Hi, I'm Jackie Van Ruller, and in today's video we're going to talk about specific points that you can use on your face to maintain your weight, lose weight, or just boost up your metabolism so that you're not worried about your weight so much. So we're going to start with our gua sha, as always, and open up our chest and our neck and get our lymphatic system flowing. So we're always supporting, getting that tiny little bit of a stretch. This is not a push into your skin. It's a little bit of just a stretch on your skin to break up those adhesions that will dam up the flow of your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is really important in weight loss because it's what actually removes the fat from your body. So if your lymph system is stuck or it's adhesed, you're going to have a harder time releasing that stored fat. And in particular, like if you have cellulite, that really is stuck fascia that's surrounding these fat molecules and not letting them be released. And so you can actually use this tool on, like the back of your thighs or different areas where you might have cellulite to kind of break that up a little bit. And I would probably follow a video or something like that. I just want to do that gently. There are some things that I've seen, like the fascia blaster, that seem to do it a little bit too aggressively. And I personally don't agree with that. But you could use a tool like this very gently to do that over time. I'm going to work up the neck, as always, just gently supporting the skin, getting that little bit of a stretch. Working up the back of the neck, the shoulders. And one of my favorite moves is to take this little edge here and come up around the SCM. So this is that muscle when you turn your neck. See if I can get it to pop out there. I'm just going to work it up and over that. And that goes from your top of your chest bone all the way up to behind your ear. A lot of us hold a lot of tension in there, and so just releasing some of that tension can be really helpful for getting our lymph to flow. And even if you're just opening up the neck area, that will help to increase the lymph flow throughout your body. Because the neck is actually the area that you have the most lymph nodes in your body. So a third of all of your lymph nodes are between your chest and your jaw. And so it's just really important to open this area up and keep the lymph flowing. And again, working above the collarbone. And working up the neck. Working up the shoulders. You can start way back there if that feels good. It probably will. Working up the back of the neck. Remember, the back of the neck is so important for the front of the neck. And if the back of the neck is tight, or if your head is sticking out like this, all of your fluid's going to accumulate right underneath of your chin. And you really just want to have one chin, not two, so working the back of the neck really helps to keep that neck in better alignment. And then notice throughout the day when your neck is like this. If you're on your computer and your shoulders like this and your head's like this, you're going to get a double chin much more easily than if your shoulders are nice and relaxed and your head is nice and straight on top of your spine. Always like just coming up the front of the neck here. And just finishing up underneath the chin. You can do this with either side of the stone. And I'm just going to take a couple of drops of oil. So I literally use like 2 drops of oil for my entire face and neck. Because when you're opening this up, you're actually activating your body's own natural moisture and oil production. So you really don't need very much. I just like a tiny bit just to add a little bit of a glide when I'm using my detector. Okay. And then we're going to get some specific points on our face. But before we really talk about that, let's talk about the emotional component of weight gain. There are two factors that go into weight gain. One is that your body's nervous system is designed to protect you. So it's designed to keep you safe. And a lot of times people will gain weight as a protective mechanism. So they may find that they've been in traumatic situations or things like that they gain weight to kind of protect their body. And so it's really like your body's way of keeping you safe. And so if you look deep into that, you can just kind of ask your body or ask yourself, what am I trying to keep myself safe from? What have I been through? And then you can kind of look at that and go, okay. And then you can just kind of talk to your body a little bit and say, hey, I can keep myself safe from this from now on. Thank you for doing that for me, but now, it's my turn. And what happens with a lot of these points too is that they activate your digestive system. And when your digestive system is working well, it's harder to gain weight because you don't crave the foods that you shouldn't be eating, and your digestion is working better. So then everything in your body is working better. You're getting energy, the right amount of it from your food. But your digestive system also is your intuition. So if you think about when your energy is in that part of your body, you're more guided by your intuition. And when you're guided by your intuition, you know when you're in an unsafe situation. You can feel it. And so you're going to naturally protect yourself more. The other thing that happens with weight loss is a lot of times we use food to fill ourselves up. So think about what emotional needs are missing in your life. Are you missing some love, some nurturing, some laughter, things like that, and then find ways that you can fill up that need for yourself. So if you're looking for nurturing, maybe it's getting a massage or getting a facial or doing something that really just feels good, or allowing yourself to go for a walk, something that's just really enjoyable and that just really kind of fills up your cup. So that can just really be a good way of filling yourself up without having to eat. So think about those things. Let me know what works for you. We're going to start with this point here. It's point 124, halfway between your brows and your hairline, and a little bit to the outside of your forehead. Now I like to do this point either going back and forth, like this, doing little figure eights, or if you find a spot that just feels more tender or bumpy or zingy, you can just work that whole area. This one I like to work just a little bit larger than just the point, just kind of working this whole area. On the right side, this point has to do with the gallbladder, which is huge in fat metabolism. So working this point is going to be really helpful for just boosting up that gallbladder. The gallbladder also has to do with the feelings of resentment. And a lot of times if you're not filling your own cup, you're maybe trying to fill other people's cup first, you can start to feel resentful. And on this side, this point is the spleen. And the spleen does a couple of things. It's kind of the lifting and the nurturing point. So when you feel like you're not lifting yourself up, you're not nurturing yourself enough, it can have an effect on your spleen. The spleen also moisturizes your digestive system, and that starts first with saliva production. Saliva production is really important in the digestive tract for starting to break down starches. So when you chew your food and you have plenty of saliva, it's going to really break down those starches, and those starches are going to release sugar, which then makes your food taste sweet. And you want that because if your food tastes sweet and it tastes good, you're not going to crave as many sweets. So you can eat foods that are healthy and they'll still taste sweeter to yourself and your body. Next, we're going to come down and work the liver, the gallbladder, and the fat burning point, which are directly under the nose and in line with directly below the iris of your eye. So this is a liver point, so point 50. And the liver distributes energy throughout your body. When your liver is nice and healthy, you're going to be a good weight because you're going to have plenty of energy going to where it needs to go, and you're not going to be storing so much as fat. And then beside that is the gallbladder, and again, that gallbladder is about breaking down fat, feelings of resentment. And then right between the two and up a little higher is a point called the fat burning point. And this point literally helps your body to burn fat. It also helps to reduce cholesterol levels. These points will really help with brightening your eyes as well and helping you to see better, both visually and also about your life vision. So it helps to open up clarity as to your life vision and your life purpose. On the left-hand side, we're going to go directly under the nose and just over the smile line. And this point has to do with the stomach. The stomach is the second part of the digestive system, right? You chew your food and swallow it, and then your food goes into your stomach. Your stomach also has to do with the emotion of worry. And you may find that when you're worried, you're either going to eat more or you're going to eat less. But it definitely affects your stomach, and it can make you feel queasy or nauseous. It can even give you heartburn, and so this point can help with all of those things. Next point is the spleen. In line with the nose and directly under the eye, the iris. And spleen, again, is going to help with saliva production, helps with overthinking. So a lot of times if you're just overthinking and you're stuck in your head a lot, you're not actually using your gut intuition. You're trying to think everything out. It can become very hard to make decisions. And a lot of times when you're in that space too, you just want to eat because you're just, you're not really thinking, your brain's not really working, so you're just like mindlessly eating. This can help to turn off those cravings for food in a couple of different ways, by breaking down sugars to make your food more sweet, and then also by turning off the mind and helping you to get more into your body. Then the next thing we're going to do is go all the way around the mouth, starting at the chin on the right-hand side, right beside the chin. We're going to go up, over, down, and around. Now, if you're pregnant, you're going to avoid the whole upper lip area. Otherwise, you can do everything. But if you are pregnant, you can work kind of the center of the forehead instead. So I'm going to start here. And this is just activating the whole intestinal area. So this is just getting your intestines moving properly. If your intestines are stuck and you're experiencing constipation, then you're going to be more likely to gain weight just because you're not actually breaking down your foods well. And if you're the opposite, having diarrhea, you can actually get a lot of inflammation. Coming up around here, this is point 17 for the adrenals. And it really helps to just turn off inflammation in your body. And then coming across here are a couple points for the pancreas. And these points also help to really turn off food cravings. But you're really only eating when you're actually hungry, and you're going to actually crave foods that are healthier for you. When I first started doing this routine, I love sugar. Sugar is like my favorite thing. And my son and I went to go get some Reese's peanut butter cups. And we got a 4-pack. And I had been doing this for a little bit and was finding that I just really wasn't that hungry. So I took a bite of the first Reese's peanut butter cup, and I was like, ew, I don't actually even want this anymore. And those were like my favorite. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this actually works. So doing this on a regular basis can really help you to turn off those cravings and really just kind of actually crave food that's actually good for you and that's healthy for you. So again, you're just feeling in here. If you feel a point that feels particularly stuck or tender, I'm going to hang out in there a little bit longer, like I'm feeling it right here. You don't want to do any point for longer than 15 seconds at a time, but you can always come back to it later. And again, I'm not pushing in, I'm just allowing the weight of the tool to do the work. Coming in the top of the chin, this has to do with your small intestine. And that just helps to warm up your intestinal tract, get things moving and flowing really well. And then coming out right to the edge of the chin. And then we're going to finish off by going around the ear, but we're going to particularly focus on this point here at the bottom, where the bottom of the ear attaches to the face. This is a point for the thyroid, and the thyroid controls your metabolism. This point is particularly stuck or tender. You just want to give it a good, just work it for, about 15 seconds a day and see if you just kind of activate that thyroid again. And then you can just do little circles around your ear. That helps to improve your lymphatic drainage. It helps to increase your energy and just kind of regulate your whole digestive system. I'm going to do that on the other side. So coming down the ear, focusing right here on this point where the bottom of the ear attaches to the face. And just always taking nice deep breaths. This is a relaxing experience. It shouldn't feel stressful. Just allowing your nervous system to relax so it's not always in this protective mode. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. And if you're doing the 30-day challenge, please comment below and let us know like what you're noticing in your skin, what you're noticing in your moods, and what you're noticing in your health. I will see you in the next video.